Alright, so I just want to provide an update on the potato patch. So back when I planted these potatoes, I did a video on them where I also in-furrow applied calcium carbonate in the form of eggshells, and then the calcium acetate powder that I made a few years back. So what we're looking at right now is the potatoes that were not treated with anything or not fertilized with anything. And as we make our way into the calcium carbonate, there's the marker there. There's not too much of a change. I didn't really expect there to be. But one thing that did surprise me was when we made our way to the calcium acetate applied one. There's the marker there. And you'll see here, the potatoes are a lot smaller, and all this amaranth and lamb's quarters has bolted up. You can see how much larger and healthy these potato plants are. Well, healthy, but it's got some yellow leaves on the bottom, so there's some work that needs to be done. But overall, they look fairly good, with a slight aberration there. That could be soil, but anyway. And here the potatoes are a lot more stunted. Some of them are even a little bit more chlorotic, like this one has a little bit more yellowing of the leaves. So I was looking into the calcium acetate a little bit, and it's used as a preservative because it's apparently very strongly antimicrobial. So maybe the dose I applied was a little too much. Could also be that maybe it's just better as a foliar and chelated to something a little bit more organic, like a fulvic acid, or that might be in molasses or something like that, or like a beet syrup. This is the ending marker right down here, and you can see immediately the pigweed and amaranth, or the lamb's quarters and amaranth, immediately stop growing, or they're growing a lot more sparsely. And the potato plants are back to being larger. So it's really interesting how a little can go a long way, and how drastically you can throw off that balance in the soil. So calcium acetate is essentially a salt. It's an acetate salt. So like I said, the calcium acetate might be better diluted into a aqueous solution with other organic based materials in order to really be effective and not negatively affect the microbes, because there's also microbial colonies on the surface of leaves, right on that. It's called a phylosphere, and so I'm thinking that I would not want to necessarily just do a straight calcium acetate diluted in water solution, because that could disrupt that balance as well. A lot more research, a lot more experimentation, and observations to go through before I reach any distinctive conclusions.